And this is Outer Wilds, with an unfortunate name as it came out right beside The Outer Worlds. And they're both space exploration games, kind of. Let's look at the trigger with separate buttons, manual. Sure. Yeah. Limited connections between log entries with minimize in-game guidance. Yeah, I'll keep that on. I'll keep that on too. Yeah, sure. And volume's quite okay. In fact, it could be louder, honestly. Let's just turn that up a little bit. Okay. Because I love the ambience of this game. It's just so comforting from what I've seen. I've not played it before. I've just seen a little bit of gameplay. It looks super interesting. Each time I'll read and translate the text, translate must remain stationary. Note there's a certain periods where time cannot be frozen. That's fine. Freezes time when using the ship's log. Sure. Freezes time when talking to characters and reading journals or scientists. Prevent character animations from playing during the conversation. There are certain periods of time. Ah, yeah, I'll just keep it as default. Don't care enough for them. I know it's not an FPS, but I still prefer it. 30. Nah, the full screen isn't like full screen borderless, so guess we're having full screen then. Cool. Let's get into it then, shall we? I've got a cup of tea, I've got a cup of iced tea. I'm ready to get settled in nice and cozy. Hopefully it's gonna be a good one. Heard it's confusing, but I've also heard it's really good. This is like Groundhog Day, but in space, in Oregon. Need to wake up. An explosion up there, the planet passing by. Oh. Whoa, where are my frames going? Okay, we're back. Oh. What a noise. Okay, sure, I guess I don't like those. This is Slate. There's our pilot, back from your pre-launch camp out under the stars I see. So it's launch day, eh? Seems like only yesterday you joined the space program. And here you suddenly are, leaving on your first solo voyage. What do you say? Ready to get up this beauty off the ground? It's all filled up, ready to go. Ready if you are. Are you kidding? Of course I'm ready. It's finally time to test the new landing hydraulics with a pilot instead of an autopilot flight system. Speaking of pilots, make sure you don't crash the ship the first time you put it down, you hear? Anyway, you need to get the launch codes off Hornfulls at the observatory before you can lift off. Just bring those here once you've said your goodbyes or whatever. Oh. Okay. Mika. Hey, it's you. Slate said you're blasting off in your ship today. Oh, I'm zipping frames. What the heck? I hope it's not too bad. It seems... I think we're okay. Slate said you're blasting off your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Aren't you going into space, aren't you? You better not change your mind. Yeah, I'm still going. You better be. It's been forever since anyone launched into space. I really, really want to see it. Really bad. You want to try out our model ship? Slate says it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start fire. I need to fly on Atarok or something like that. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on, I had that. Hey! Kind of a noob space, huh? Okay, that is a little bit too loud now. My menu's nice and quiet. I hope the stream isn't unredeemable though, because I'm seeing some skipped frames. Whoa, some mad gravity going on. Oh, what is going on? Is it just the frames? Oh, stream quality is okay. Stream quality is good. Sorry about this. Orphy? Heyo, Hatchling. Come on, don't. Why are frames dropping? No, you were doing so good. I don't think I've done it. I think I've only dropped my bitrate from 6,000 to 5,000. That shouldn't be stupid. Oh well. Heyo, Hatchling. I hear you're leaving us to go seek an adventure among the stars. On your turn? Let's you, me, and Gosson all open up a bottle of the good stuff. I'm also seeing Adventure Among the Stars. Oh, among one star actually. Other stars are far too far away. Another metaphor ruined for the name of scientific accuracy. Nevertheless, I do hope you enjoy your travels. Good luck. Something just passed by us there. Sure. Hopefully. You're blasting off in that thing, huh? They really don't explode as often anymore. All I know is between the space program and Mika's model rockets, things seem to burn to the ground around here more than they used to. That's fine. Some doohickeys and gizmos. I'm not enjoying these dropped frames. I've dropped to 22 frames, I think. Oh. This projector is linked to our Sky Shutter satellite, which is currently orbiting the Timber Hearth. The satellite is equipped with 2 onboard cameras. See if you can take a snapshot of our village. Something that's passing up over us. It's like, wait. There we are. It should be. Is that it there? That thing. Wow. So it's launch day, huh? I'm gonna miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it. The platform those ships launch on is getting old. Isn't it about time you built a new, less flammable one? The big tree in the village would be a perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out. In the space program, just say the word. Nice try. We all know you have it out for that tree. What? No, I just think it's in the way, and someone ought to chop it down, you know? Specifically me. I think this has to do with the time I fell out of it and broke my arm. That was when we were hatchlings. Who would have held a grudge for that long? Sure. Jeunesse? Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today. If you meet any other travels up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you? Tell me about the other travels' instruments. Oh sure, I made all of our instruments, you know. Let me see. There's Sherritt's drums, Rebec's banjo, Gabro's flute, and Fieldspar's harmonica, of course. Those Fieldspars been missing for a long time. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday where they were playing the harmonicas around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space? That'll be one of the space program's other travelers. And if you feel like company, you can always pull out your signal scope and track them down. There's an achievement for that. Tefra. Hello, astronaut. That is my favourite troublemaker. We wanted to play hide and seek, but Marianne said we wouldn't let us borrow the signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Hey, can we use your signal scope? Can we? Can we please? We even let you be it? I'm sorry, I can't today. Really? But we can't play with that signal scope. Play with us later, okay? Yeah, but we gotta use it for space travel. 96%. What is going on? I'll play with it. I'll put up with it for the stream, but hey ho. Oh, she doesn't want to say anything. Can I ask you about the radio? What's the radio? Oh, never mind. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Oh, well, I guess I'm playing hide and seek then. Oh, you found me. But my hiding spot was super good. Don't forget, you have to find both of us, okay? Oh, my eyes. I won. I'm happy. Thanks for playing with us. I don't know if that counts as winning. I did find you. This jumping mechanic is kind of weird, but cool. Fishing rhyme, sing helps me pass the time. You're leaving the crater, I guess we'll be a little bit busier with it. You're in to lend a hand. That big water planet, Giant's Deep. That's where I'd go. Why is that? One time, after the rest of the village had left to sleep, and it was just the two of us sitting on the campfire, Gabbro told me about the first trip to Giant's Deep. Landed the ship easily enough in the waves, but couldn't see far to down on account of how murky the water was, I guess. Too dark. Gabbro wants to see what lays beneath the surface, so he decided to travel deeper. They travelled down and down and down, and suddenly Grabble couldn't go any further. Tell me more. Oh well, I was just pausing dramatically. As though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabbro go any deeper. It held Grabble back, almost as if they were trying to protect them from something. And then, in the terrible darkness, Grabble saw it, a tentacle of some hideous beast. Is that all true? I heard it from Gabbro myself. Gabbro can be a little fanciful, sure, but they aren't liar. I mean, probably anyway. I guess if you want to know the stories, and if the story's entirely true, you can go to Giant's Deep for yourself. Oh boy, deep space sea monsters. Gotta love it. That water looks really nice. I like super realistic water, but it still looks nice. All the time I'm fucking about around here doesn't like in the universe. Oh, hello. Come say hi to your old flight coach before you launch. I got zero-G training set up if you want a refresher. Zero-G cave in the observatory. What's this? Use camera. Those crystals are glowing. Seems to be nothing else. Okay. Is there a sign here? Danger. Inside this fence is a pocket of ghost matter. A strange and dangerous substance that is visible to the naked eyes. The good news is you can detect ghost matter with a camera. Moving through ghost matter is uniquely painful and probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you hurt yourself fooling around. Oh. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, you'll most definitely know. Hi astronaut. You not patch your ghost matter inside the fence? Gosling said it used to be bigger when they were hatchling, because ghost matter evaporates. It just takes a super long time to go away. I hope there's still ghost matter in the village when I grow up. Ghost matter's awesome. Ghost matter is super cool and it'll burn the heck out of you. Yeah, I heard touching it hurts so bad it feels like your whole hand is on fire. Try not to walk walk into any in space, okay? That sounds super bad and painful. I mean, I just done it. I feel like this planet has a lot to explore by itself anyway. Like, I could probably walk around this whole crater or something like that for some reason. I don't know why I would, but I could. Whoa. Marianne. Hello, astronaut. This is good weather for your lunch, right? That's lucky. Any good sounds from space? There are. My sonoscope is set to the Outer Worlds Venture frequency, so I'm listening to Traveller's music. Last night I heard Rebecca's banjo come on from Brittle Hollow. I hope that means they're safe. I can hear different planets too. It depends on what time of day and night it is. There's different planets around the sky at different times. Signal scopes are cool. A harmonica. That's drums. It's like a bottle. Man, the game is so pretty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run out of time on day one already. I'm just too busy exploring this very, very pretty place. Seems to me that you could maybe get from here and just like climb it. No, then yeah, you need I think you need something to resist that or something like that, because yeah, I didn't even get close. I don't think. I am dead. Now we know what it's like to die. At least we died before the universe ended. Wow, this takes ages to get us back in. Hello? Escape. Okay. Escape's a button. Wait, it doesn't reboot you when you die. I thought it took you back to the beginning of the day. Well, I know what I'm doing. I can just skip past everything. Ah. I saw smoke coming from Young Bark Crater up north and I figured I should go check it out. Use a scout launcher, but just please don't break it when I'm gone. East, know my runes. Know my runes. South, Quantum Grove Crater. Geyser Mountains, northwest. Young Bark Crater, north. Oh. Cool. I want to know about the quantum. Is that it there? I think that was it there. I just flew over it. Cool. And then I know my runes. What just flew by me there? I think that's the runes there. Yeah, they are. Okay. Cool. Oof. Listen. Hey, I thought Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves are getting the better of you? Right, like you weren't nervous your first flight. Nah, don't worry about it. Your nerves are between you and me and the vast endlessness of space. But really, you'll do fine out there. I'd worry more about that ship if I were you. Hopefully that lunatic Slate has at least fixed the Rectro rockets. So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment set down in the Zero-G cave and needed repairs. If you're looking for a little last minute Zero-G practice, head down the left and into the cave. Or don't, so long as you're confident you can make the ship repairs in space. One repaired satellite coming up. Cool, get to it. Try not to concuss yourself right before your first launch. I'll try my best. Well, these are some spacey looking mines. I've got a torch, cool. Wait, so what was that option about upward thrust? That's our button. Jetpack boost and button. Or anytime upward thrust is used. Sure. Hey, nice to drop down and getting some Zero-G time in. So you're going in there, in the cave. What? No, I'm fine, just great and fine. You don't look fine. You know, I hate that cave, so I don't know why you're making me talk about it. Now I got hand sweats. Is this like the core of the earth or something? Oh, we're in the 0G now. Ah, does this remind me of? Reminds me of Space Engineers. This kind of thing. Oh, I missed timing on that button press. Cool. And one more left, which is the other side, I think, over there. Oh no, wait, where is it? Wait, where's the last repair? I thought it had been here. Guess not. Is it like a different place? Oh, I can go like that. Okay. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Is it the other side? Oh, maybe in. Maybe in. Yeah. I can see if I just. There we go. Okay. There's no other way in or out of here, I don't think. Well, let's just get out of here before my fuel runs out. Up we are. Did I put this back? I think so. Cool. That was fun. Well, you should probably mute that, shouldn't I? Mm-hmm. Give me 2 seconds. Nope, wrong thing. There we are. I'm just archiving the stream I done. The Wolfenstein stream. No, sorry. Nicely done. Of course, it'll be a little more stressful when you're hurtling through space, but just remember your training and try not to hit anything big. You can see you're itching to get off this rock, so get the launch codes off the observatory and get out here already. Best of luck out there, and hey, try to avoid getting yourself killed now that I've put so much time and training into you. You're missing an eye. Yeah, you are. Observatory's this way, right? What? Wow, my. There we are. Nope. Alright, we'll just have to wait for that. Morphos, Gosson, Fieldspar, Esker, and Slate. Outer Worlds Venture founding members. Clockwise from top left. Yes. Big thanks to these additional founding members of the Outer Wild Ventures, without whom would never been forgotten off the ground. Matthew Steinhauer, Ben Etherhorn, Bertie the Pie, Jordan Frith. I'm assuming this is all Patreons and like that, or Kickstarters, or why not. Outer Wild Ventures, Timber Hearth's first and only space program, was founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Fieldspar was the first Hearthian to be intentionally launched into space. They completed the first orbit around Timber Hearth and later made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, Attlerock. You have to get the model ship onto Attlerock. How do you do that without seeing? Hey, it's my favourite astronaut. Launch day at last. Huh, buddy? It's the translator's tool. It's the translator's tool inaugural flight too. Translator's tools inaugural flight. Oh, okay. The translator tools first done thing. Yeah, okay. I'm excited. I'm so excited it makes me nauseous. Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want, wherever you are. The two of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? Oh jeez, do not break it. Ignore me, okay? I'm just nervous. I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling? I'm excited. Good. You've only been waiting for this day since you were a hatchling. Can't wait to see all your training pay off. So what's the dirt? You heard to see the Nomai statue? The new Nomai statue? You haven't heard? Gabriel brought back with him from the Giant's Deep, and Hornfels just finished prepping it for display. This is it right here. Neat, huh? Makes me wish we could see what real life Nomai look like. I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out. It looks like they had fur. Fur is weird. This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know? And for how old it is, it's in pretty good shape. Oh, jeez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear? Is that fur? Oh, I thought it was like tentacles or something like that. This remarkably intact statue was carved by the Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago, with 3 eyes instead of 4. The statue provides us with the most detailed look yet at the Nomai, who appear to have been covered in a layer of fur, noted the decorative jewellery that has been carved as part of the antlers. Although their artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in the solar system, we have still no idea where the species came from or what happened to them. Okay. This piece of Nomai writing was essential to deciphering their unique language. Although this text is linear, Nomai's text often branches off from a central point. Interestingly, each branch tends to be written by a different author. Oh, it's my translator. I translated Nomai writing. Cassava, we're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says we're calibrating the device won't take long. Felix, unfortunately the Attlerock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. No, fortunately, sorry. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our research. I don't know what that is, okay. Aside from the dwellings and the structures that they built, Nomai also made art. This decorative pot was discovered on Brittle Hollow. Some ancient Nomai art depicts strange animals, foreign celestial objects, and other subjects that can't be found in our solar system, which makes us wonder whether the Nomai originated elsewhere in the universe or simply had vibrant imaginations. Were the Nomai born in our solar system, or were they born among the stars and planets, and if they were, how and why did they come here? These are just some of the questions we hope to answer through further xenoarchaeological expeditions. What you see here are the parts of the Nomai skeleton. Ooh, you found bodies of them? We can tell from their skulls that they possessed antlers, and quite unusually only have 3 eyes. The Nomai's body was likely adapted for living exclusively on land. The differences in the Nomai's anatomy, such as their shockingly fragile bone structure, show us that the Hearthians couldn't have descended from these Nomanian ancestors. It's not clear where the Nomai originated from, or why they disappeared. We hope to find more clues to this puzzle as we explore our solar system. The Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to the Outer Worlds ventures, allowing us to modify expedition gear in exciting and useful ways. For example, the little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval capability that allows astronauts to recall their scouts almost instantaneously. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost to the depth of space. Interesting. This crystal was taken from a Nomai ruin on Brittle Hollow. It seems to create a local gravity distortion. It was also likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out. I'm assuming that I've got a bridge here. Oh, not changes gravity entirely. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's the same thing. This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gears on one of our ships that flew close to Dark Bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark spaces with minimal atmosphere. Weird how it doesn't know how high its eyes are. Stars like our sun generate light and heat by fusing hydrogen into helium. As it grows older, the star runs out of hydrogen and starts to contract. As the star's core contracts, it gets hotter, causing the outer layers to expand. The star has become a red giant. When the core is hot enough, it starts to fuse helium into carbon. The star is massive enough, it will continue to fuse carbon into even heavier elements like iron. Ultimately, the star will collapse under its own gravity and explode in a violent event called a supernova. Based on Sherritt's observation, this will one day be the fate of our own sun. Also know my runes, and I think that's like, I don't know what that is. A strange rock moving around this grotto appears to react to conscious observation. Level-headed among us realise that there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims the rock exists in all possible states until it's observed. Whatever that means. Whatever's actually happening, both sides of this debate agree that the effect is extremely creepy. Spooky. Watch closely, these balls move on their own. The ground is perfect level, so what do you think causes this spooky motion? The answer is the moon. As it orbits our planet, the Athel rock gravity pulls on objects from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. That's cool. I knew that. That's cool. I'm glad that the game can simulate that. That's a real thing. Also, I can't read chat. Cute little thing. Yeah. Map, is that a current map of our solar system that's carved in a tree? That's cool as fuck. Also look at that little guy, comes really close to the sun, holy shit. And back out, nice thing, that's the sun. Oh, yeah. The Hourglass Twins, alright. The Interloper. The Interloper is the one that gets way too close to the sun, but I think, what is that? Is that a black hole? Dark brown, so, with the Hourglass Twins, Timber Hearth, Brittle Hollow, with its own moon, and the Atl Rock and all that. Do you know what that's called? Hollow's Lantern. Oh, that's cool, it's like a local sun, that's cool. Giant's Deep, Dark Bramble, and the Interloper. Okay, cool. Oh, his office moves. That's kind of sick. Like a computer attached to wheels and rails. That's cool. There you are. I just finished pre-flight observations and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. You'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with Nomai Translator 2. I confess I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan once you get into space? I'm going to learn more about the Nomai. I may have guessed as much. No sense in making a translator tool if you're not going to translate anything. We've barely just scratched the surface of the Nomai writing in our solar system, so we still know very little about them. We have no idea if they originated here or travelled here, or why they disappeared. That tool of yours should prove indispensable in solving the mystery of this ancient species. Well then, looks like that's all that's left to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for lunch. I'm ready to die in space. I'm not one for superstition, but isn't that kind of unlucky to say before lunch? At any rate, here's the launch codes. Try not to worry about them too much. Our ships are every bit as safe as Slate could be persuaded to make them. Best of luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Launch codes. Dash 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 dot dot dash dot. Oh. doesn't look safe. Alright then, moving on. Hey, did you get a good look at that Nomai statue? The statue looked at me weird and opened its eyes. Whoa, the statue was doing what? Those eyes opened and he saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around. You mean like a hallucination? Well, listen, and no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking. No, that statue is definitely weird. I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess maybe it did, but why? Hornfils tried everything to get statue's eyes to open. Nothing like this ever happened to them. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabbro said they were going back to Giant's Deep. Don't know which island they're on though. Maybe able to tell me. Maybe they'd be able to tell you more. On the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro. So maybe better off searching for more info on your own. Jeez, now I'm really jealous that you're going into space. I don't know who tries to open a statue's eyes, Loco Caesar. I don't know. Like, yes, this guy's eyes goes, chisel that, open it, pry it open, see if there's an actual eye underneath there. Sounds like you're gonna damage the statue. You can use the translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay? Good luck and safe flying. Watch me just leave the system by accident. I'll just like drift up into space. This also looks like a puzzle to me. I think that's a bridge, clearly. But I don't know what puzzles I need to solve yet. So there's no point in just doing that to get lost. Tephra. Hello astronaut, are you going to space today? Are you going to space and never coming back like Feldspar did? Fieldspar? What? Yeah, Hornfels says Feldspar went away into space and didn't come back. Hornfels says Feldspar was the best pilot ever, but no one knows what happened to them. Hornfels probably shouldn't be telling you stuff like this. Hornfels says that too. But if Feldspar disappeared, you might disappear too, right? You're not as good as Feldspar, so you should be really careful not to get lost. Alright, kid. I will get lost. Just to spite you. And we're back here. Well, then we get Can I crouch? Because that looks suspicious. Is there a crouch button? Let me just double check. Nope. Okay. Ship's log. Rumor mode. Review entry. The one and only Harthian village, as well as the main source of explosions on this planet. The Nomai statue in the observatory opened its eyes and looked at me. I saw a strange glowing light and my memories flashed before my eyes. Hal says the statue has never opened its eyes before, despite Hornfil's best efforts. Zero G Cave. A cave at the very centre of Timber Hearth used by the Outer Worlds venture to train new astronauts. I successfully repaired another satellite for Gosen. Hal says Gabbro went back to Giant's Deep to try and learn more about the Nomai statue in the observatory. Lunar Ruins. The Nomai text and observatory talk about calibrating some sort of device on Atoll Rock. Okay. Lunar Ruins. Okay, so we can go to Atoll Rock or Giant's Deep. And probably let's try and go down to Atoll Rock. and just interact with anything. I was like one of them gravity stones. Is that why? That's probably what generates the gravity in the ship. That's smart. That's cool. Also, this looks rickety denting. Let's go. So here we are in space. Is that Attlerock? Yeah. Yeah. Done it, boys. Done it. Right, this doesn't look like it has an atmosphere, so let's just suit up. Flag, okay. Man. Oh, I think that's where I'm going. Escar. Oh hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. What was that whistling? Probably, or actually, definitely. Oh wait, no. I don't know. I think I pressed the wrong one. Oh. Was that you whistling? Probably, or actually, definitely. Okay, got it. They all travel as carry instruments, so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with the signal scope, you know. Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception. The North Pole is marked in your in red in your mini map, but the Attlerock is a pretty small moon. So really, just go north. You can't miss it. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? Don't the other travellers come by? Lunar Outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eyes and things. Sometimes Shark comes by to say hi, but Gabbro's Gabbro, and you know how Raybeck feels about unnecessary space flight. It seems lonely up here. A little. I'm in touch with the ground control, Hornfels and Gosson mostly, and they radio up to chat off now and then. And when ground control forgets them up here, and they usually do, I launch one to scout back at the village. They forget about you? I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in as often as the other travellers, since I'm always in one place. And it's not so bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system, let alone in our village. So what is this place? Haha, very funny. Oh, stars above. You're serious, aren't you? That's just depressing. Welcome to the Lunar Outpost, which apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. When we first started our Outer Worlds, travellers used to bring up their ships here all the time for repairs. Our spacefaring technology has improved a lot since then, but the older ships tended to fall apart a lot, like more than they do now. Using the outpost to cut down on the number of launches and landings take place in the village, and also the number of fires. Nowadays, though, it's mostly just me up here, rising saplings from the timber hearth and keeping an eye on things. Sorry. Well, talk to you later. I don't really need to fill my jetpack. Oh. Escar signal scope log. Day 48. I'm still not picking up Rebecca's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I feel better once I can hear music. Day 51. Listen to Sherp play for a while. Unrelated, someone should tell Porfine Gosson their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Day 55. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Rebecca's doing okay. That oaf, I was worried. Day 63. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know. It's probably nothing. Day 70. No, it's back again too. Something strange coming from that timber hearth. Day 76. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from the timber hearth sounds exactly like Fieldspar's harmonica. The Fieldspars disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. 88. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signalscope is broken. I better talk to Guinness. I know why. Because Brittle Hollow's a wormhole between here, Hearth, Timber Hearth, and Brittle Hollow. I don't think there's anything else really here, is there, for me? Oh, what's that? Oh, me legs. Oh, I know me rune. Coleus, I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow signals from the local sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. However, something strange is happening. When I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye's signal, the device indicator rotates wildly and never points in just one direction. I see, it's most likely calibrated to the locator. Or calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. This is a curious result, and it's possible that the eye has stopped calling out its signal. An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all. It saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe we need to build a more sophisticated device if we want to find the exact location of the Eye of the Universe. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope, Cassava. Our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up so easily. Okay, wow. I've never seen this ruin or in other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. So this is some kind of know my locator. It can point out the different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way. But from what little I can understand from the writing here, I think it was about to try and find something specific. I'm not sure. I also was able to translate something about the south pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there and see if I can learn more. Yep, just going to get back in the old ship and take off. Totally safe. Mostly. Safe. Oh, stars above. Whoa. Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need to be larger than this eye signal locator is. Anona and those of us originally stranded on the Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building on that planet. The southern glacier, the Brittle Hollow, has ample available space. I could construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Yes, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Connie would enjoy that immensely. He's always held great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash. I'll begin construction of a Brittle Hollow South Pole immediately. Okay. So this was meant to be an eye, like a locator for the center of the universe, but then it didn't happen. Oh, I'm tracking the interloper. Wait, no. I don't know what this is for. But that's part of the puzzle. Oh. Okay. So that must be the sun. This is... Oh, that's the eye of the universe. Got it. That's the water planet. Giant's Deep. Oh, it also gets sound signals over from there. Okay, interesting. This is, I'm going to assume, Earth planet? Like home? No. It's... I'm going to assume that's Brittle Hollow. Because it looks hollow to me. Cool, so it tracks 3 planets, or 2 planets and a sun, and the centre of the universe, which is kind of fucky. Got it. I'm very interested about the pole of our planet though. Also, I'm going to turn off that boost mode because it's going to send me out of space at one point. I can see it happening. I think I've explored most of this moon. I was wrong. I'm gonna assume this is ice. Oh. Schertz research notes. Property of Schertz. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matched the composition of the outskirts of Dark Bramble. Brittle Hollow, Dark Bramble. I keep getting those mixed up, I think. I pose that the outer rock was hit by a piece of the planet that was used where the Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there was more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in the solar system. I feel like gravity isn't quite working for me here. That must be the other guy's ship, then. Okay. Time to head back into the ship. There. I want to go there. Right there. Great. Whoa. I know me skeleton. I might need my spacesuit for this. I'm gonna go the other way. Yeah, spacesuit indeed. Okay. These are these big ass Nomai runes. Nomate runes. Whoa. What is this? Seems I can't interact with it right now. The sun's gone red. It's no longer a sun, it's now a red giant. Which means soon-ish it's going to explode, right? Trees. Big hollow tree. Nomi spaceship. Ghost matter detector there is there. Whoa. I think that's the sun exploding. I think it was. Whoa, that was a pretty anticlimactic first loop, wasn't it? Oh, the Nomi with 3 eyes. Oh, can I talk to him? By any chance? Talk to my science friend. You can explain to me how I can somehow land this on Atoll Rock. Well, it's fucking gone now, kid. Oh, never mind. Hey, Grumpy. This is that mad time loop science game that Age is almost on about. Well, not always, used to be on about. It is really fun. I wanted to play it. Seems cool. It's cool. How are you? Very bit crunchy, skipping a lot of frames. Yeah, no, I don't know how to solve that. I don't know what could be potentially wrong because all my settings are the same. The Wi-Fi's a bit iffy, but I don't really know exactly how to solve it. Is he gonna? No, he's not gonna say anything different then, is he? No, he's not. You weren't here. Look at this. Hey, look at this. The statue opened its eyes. Bet you wish you'd seen that happen. Me too. I'm not even a little bit closer to understanding what's going on with the statue. Well, something you needed. Tell me more about Feldspar. Feldspar is one of the four founding members of the Outer Wilds, along with our flight coach Gosson, Slate the engineer, and me. These smarts are so fancy. I know. Look at them with their clothes and scrolls. As ground control, and later the museum creator, I didn't work with Feldspar as closely as Slate and Gosson did. I can tell you Feldspar was absolutely fearless though, nothing scared him. Test piloted everything Slate ever built. It's a wonder Feldspar lived to see space. Frankly, but they did. Flew all sorts of dangerous stunts and explored everything they could find. And then one day, they just didn't come back. We don't know what happened to them, or where they went, or even whether or not they're still alive. It's been a long time since they left. Oh god, that's gross. They're like actual eyes. Oh no, they're not. They're gold. Okay. Well, we know that Feldspar, we can hear him from here. And from what I'm assuming is the Quantum Caves. But he went to where Atoll Rock and like wormhole, it's a wormhole, all wormhole stuff. How is your Breath of the Wild stream? What are you playing it on? I think it's you're playing it on the Wii U, right? Well, let's go to the observatory first. I already got them. Wait, did I just die or no? You having a bad dream or something? I want to ask how you got the codes. So hurry up and launch before Hornfels decides to ground you for medical reasons. I want to see whether or not the new cockpit stays attached during liftoff. Right, I'm gonna go back into that cave that we saw earlier though. I don't exactly know where it is. Oh, see here? I think this is the quantum cave. Ah. Ah! Okay, we're fine. See? Fine. Do I need my gears? Nah, that's fine. Wait. Gear options. Oh, okay. Sweet. That looks like a big old thorn to me. You know, actually, I thought you were taking that tin canyons into space today. What are you still doing here? And me? I saw something crash over the horizon and didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures from my scout. So I thought I'd come over here and take a look. Is that a dark bramble seed? You think so? It's nothing I've ever seen on Timber or Earth before, so you're probably onto something here. Whatever it is, put down its roots in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, actually, and that's a fact. I think I'll set Marl and Hal loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later. And no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a treekeeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. Don't want to set anybody into hacking a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Tuff can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously, the opening is too small for anyone to fit inside. And anyway, I'm not going to blindly stick my hands into anything that looks as unpleasant as that seed does. That's a good way to lose an arm or two. It's 600, 700. Oh, that's terrifying. Is it in a skeleton? It looks to be. Is that a heart? Holy shit. Wait, is that us? Is that a camp? Enter duplicate signal. Scout. How can it be 700? How can it be 800 but also 2.3 kilometers? Wild. Can I talk to him now? Last seed damage when it crashed. I like this crater. I threw a scout into the seed. You did? And you're telling me it's bigger on the inside than the outside? It's gonna be a chore to mop up, and no mistake, can we even remove a seed that doesn't have the decency to stay the same size all the way through? Maybe I'll grab an extra axe or 3, just in case. I'm stuck on a twig. Okay, there we go. These are nothing super special, I don't think. I think these are just geysers. Yeah, they don't need to be anything special. Okay. We're fine. I am also lost. There we are, no longer lost. Oh, I just realised the float gauge there. There we are. Yeah, I see, we're fine. I didn't check this out. Mining site 2B. Okay. I'm still amazed by how much ore the Ash Twin project requires. This isn't the ore for the remaining towers. Isn't this the ore for the remaining towers being built on Ash Twin? The completed towers I've seen are quite large. No. The material from those towers is all being taken from Ash Twin. The ore we're mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell that will physically seal off the chambers inside Ash Twin's core. If they are sealing off all entrances, I hope they've planned accordingly. I thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making puns, Coleus. How else would he improve? I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use timber hearths or for only constructing the shell. Oh, thank you. Lurk away. If eventually life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, I'm confident we won't have destroyed their ability to create. Okay, so they knew of the Hearthians. That looks, yeah, that's hearth. That's timber hearth. I don't know what that is though. Attlecore? Attle rock, sorry. They're bipedal, which is cool. You know me. I missed this. Ash Twin projection stone. I assume this goes here. Oh. I don't. What is that? I don't know. Well, okay then. Sure. Don't know what that is. Oh, it's just a torch. Okay. Our gratitude for the latest shipment. Oh, I know. This ore should be the last we need for the Ash Twin project. This is exciting news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for this final check, specifically mine? If my work here is complete, I'm delighted to help. We'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest flaw or opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin project could lead to disaster. Once we've finished the shell that seals off the central chamber, we'll check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Rami and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks. Final safety check. I wonder if I can make that jump. I'd rather not try it though. Snap projection stone only works when you're in the area, it seems. Oh, this is the exit, okay. Oh, this is just here. Whoops. Okay, let's go down then, shall we? Hmm. So it's down there. Oh, I don't know. Alright. I messed that up. Oh well. Maybe I should just walk back. Oh, already got that. Oh, I see what it's for. Okay. No, I'm gonna be stuck in this until the universe resets this cave. Oh, just cracked my neck. Good one there. There we are. Okay. I just got the lower frames 2 minutes ago. I'm sorry, everyone. What's the sun at? So let's head to Giant's Deep, if possible. Oh, I shouldn't look. Where's anything right now? We're at red, we're at red. Okay. I don't know what I've matched my velocity to. Brittle Hollow, no. Interloper, Brittle Hollow, Dark Bramble. Ash Twin, Ember Twin. What the heck is that? There's two things here. I've lost him. There. Oh, I think I'm just stars. Okay. I don't want to go to Brittle Hollow. I want to go to Giant Steep. But I guess we're going to Brittle Hollow then. Okay. I know my device was created to pinpoint the source's distant signals. The Nomai were disappointed by the failure to detect a signal from something called the Eye of the Universe. I don't know. Okay, sure. Rebek headed to Brittle Hall to investigate something the Nomai were doing at the South Pole. Yes, okay. The Nomai decided to build a larger, more sophisticated eye signal locator on Brittle Hall's South Pole. Yeah, so they're investigating the same thing. Esker's camp. Esker's growing a crop of trees at their camp. They seem to be doing okay, but they've probably been alone in the moon for too long. A lookout platform with a spectacular view of the solar system. Esker uses their signal scope here to keep tabs on other travellers. A seed from Dark Bramble crashed here and has already taken root. Tektite wants to use a scout launcher to get a look at what's inside. I launched my little scout into the seed. Somehow the seed is much bigger on the inside. Inside the seed. When I launch my scout into the seed, it crashes down my heart. It ends somewhere in Dark Bramble. The Nomai mined ore from this site to craft a protective shell designed to physically seal off the central chamber inside Ash Twin. Once the shell was finished, the Nomai checked to ensure there were no longer any physical entrances or cracks. I wonder why. The central chamber inside Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. Yes. Yeah, but Grubber says he went back to Giant Steep to try and learn more about this Nomai statue in the observatory. I could see a map. Have I got a map? No. I don't know what Antelope is. Dark Bramble looks scary. Giant Steep, Brittle Hollow. Oh, Brittle's like broken inside. Ember Ash. Attle Rock. So giant. Yeah, so the first 3 planets have some form of something around them. And the last 3 don't. Firing retro rockets. Oh. I flew it miles away from the sun, holy shit. The hell is that? Oh, that's twins. The twins are tiny. Ember Hearth. The hell is that? What was a black hole? I think we're hitting the end of the universe. The hell is that? That's kind of horrifying. Bloom, Felix, and I have determined this atypical shard of rock is the reason that objects in this grove are behaving in a quantum manner. Oh. The only object we've observed displaying quantum behaviour is the wandering moon. I imagine the moon's behaviour in this grove are related. The wandering moon. In her note from earlier, Felix mentions this strange type of rock isn't found elsewhere on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't originally from this planet? Hypothesis: this quantum shard is from the quantum moon, perhaps even a smaller moon than the moon itself. Of course, a unique signal is coming from this shard. Curiously, if our friend is wandering moon sounds the same. Is the wandering moon the interloper? Is that the twins? What the hell does blow up? It blows up and then something flies away. Something blows up and then something flies away. I don't know how many find what blew up there. That's the twins, I think. Oh no. Wait, then what are those? Ash twin? What's that? I don't know what I just went through there. I think I saw those things over here. There. So maybe if I... Oh no, that's just parts of the sun. Yeah, just parts of the sun. Right, okay, well. The giant steep we go. Wait, no, that's it right there. That's something right there. Well, I'm pretty sure those are the twins. Yep. Hmm. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, no, up. Up, please. Pretty sure that's atmosphere is safe to breathe. Nope, it is not. Okay, never mind. I should have gone a different direction this time. I can't get to that. I just leave. I just left Soul System. The game stopped me from going that far. But what is that? Wait, is it coming back? Doesn't look to be. Something's orbiting Giant's Deep. 3 things, I think. Wonder what those are. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Let's get out. Harmonic convergence. I got achievement. Hey! Very cute. Who the hell are you? Gabbro. Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't figure out anything lately, but I keep like dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died recently, or is it just me? No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately, yeah. That time loop makes sense. Cool. What did you think it was? I figured it'd be some kind of fidgety time business, but I wasn't really thinking about what's happening to Ship of Time, you know. But a loop makes sense here. Let's go with the loop for now. Looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell that time has gone all weird. I tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about a time loop, they'll never remember by the next one. They don't seem to realise anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all my memories from the loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure I looked at the big stone statue I found in one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing, which replayed my memories like a dream, like I'd seen them before in my own eyes. The hell just happened? I've watched that one for so long, I started hypnotising you. I'm telling you, they'll put a trance in you if you stare at them long enough. I would have rather have. I found something nice. What you got for me? Actually, never mind. No worries. Feel free to let me know when you find something cool. You know where to find me. Where should I explore? I'm trying to think about something like it's not every time loop. I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky after every loop. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. Well, what else? What else? Have you been to the Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it. Seeing it's for the island where I found a glowing Nomi statue. Get it? I was reaching the statue, kind of the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I got a solid 7 out of 10 on the Grabo relaxation scale. If you like checking out Statue Island, well, it's one with the 2 islands connected by a natural rock arc. Well, mostly connected. You'll see it. What's this planet? Haha, I know, right? Oh, you meant, like, tell me more about it? I got you. Well, the giant seems massive, mostly water. No surprises there. There's a strong current at waves beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked. As for that mass, it's encountered 4 islands, including this one, and also one with a Nomi statue I saw on the beach. You've seen the cyclones, yeah? They're hard to miss, so toss up everything in their path, islands included. A little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in the water, less likely it will kill you. Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. I'm pretty nuts. Hopefully it's not lonely. Ah. Ghost Rock. I can get to here without getting hit by it. Interestingly enough. Oh. And that's that ghost rock that I just saw, okay. And there's a sea monster in here somewhere. Alright, let's go find some other islands then. Ah, I'm stuck on the rock. I'm stuck on a rock. Wait, what is happening? What let's get back on land. What happened there? Maybe I should go into space and try taking off. What is going on? Something's barked. I need to get into orbit first. And then okay. I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. I wanted to match velocity with my ship, why can't I do that? Figured it out. I was doing better when I wasn't using match velocity. I fucked it. Right, if I press hold match velocity, it pulls me back. Oh. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Well, that's why it's pulling me back, because I was matched to Giant's Deep. Got it. I know. Fuck that. Right, okay. Nah, we're gonna die here. Ah, dead. Okay. I got an achievement though. Use your suit's oxygen in an ill-advised manner. Yeah, fair enough. Let's go. So I don't know what happened on Giant's Deep there, but let's try and go back. Man, that sounds so cool every single time, man. The hell's that? Is that guy's scout? The guy from the moon? Could be. There it is, the boy. I'll attempt to land on whatever that is. Looks like a tower of some form or a ship or something like that. There's a couple things orbiting this. There's those ruins. There's an asteroid it seems to be, and something else that just went behind the planet that I didn't quite catch. That's the current. Okay. Landing gear damaged. Headlights damaged. Ah well. We've landed now. It's fine. Landing gear, get that fixed. And headlights, get them fixed. There we are. So I think this is what, Statue Island, I think? It's got the arc. The arch. Yeah, there's no oxygen. You think in a place with you think in a place with water you'd have oxygen? Statue workshop. The islands literally just move. Okay. We've got gravity rocks. That may be what messed me up. Gravity rocks. Good. Probably just land here maybe if you're skilled enough. Cyclone. I hope this place doesn't flood, because I really like it. I really wanna. I like the red lightning. That's kind of cool. No cyclone thing. Lammy, they're going to test the memory statues tonight. Flock says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if it did? What if we didn't use the door? But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in another way? Does anyone want to? Fallox specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see that test too, Lammy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Flock's memory. Oh, memory thing. I think that's to do with the statues. I'm glad Gabbro believes us and knows what we're on about. I like Gabbro. Yeah, you can really land up here, right? This is another one of these. This one isn't moving. Oh no, it's okay. Is this place again? Welcome to Giant Steep, friends. I'm excited to for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in my workshop below, inside the island. Oh, gravity's heavy here. Ah, whoops, I mean that. Thanks. Oh. One of them third shard things down there. Wonder how you get down there. Is that the twins you can see? That's kind of cool. Also, oh, it's flung us into space. This keeps us in the ground. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Also, my path is like moved. Like I no longer have the same path on the planet. Oh, I wonder if the thing's gone. Oh, no. No, it is not. Like that door. I wonder if that door's gone. I'm also saying there's another way in, but I didn't quite catch it. I'm not entirely sure what to do here right now, so I'm going to try and find another island and explore that. Interestingly enough, all those cyclones seem to be in the one place. Oh, this is one big cyclone right here. Can't get in it. Okay. Sure. Why not come in from below? Come in from above. Yeah. That's exactly how you do it. I've not got too much time though, since the since the universe is about to end. Hmm. Sorry, just taking a drink. Be welcomed in this place. This tower shares with all who ask the knowledge needed to make his or her first quantum journey. Is it not? Oh, good to know. Enter this place without friends, however, these are lessons to be learned for yourself. Well. Seek the Wandering Arch. I feel like the Wandering Arch is the island I was just on, but not this one. The one with memory stones or whatever. There is nothing here. Oh wait, there's an arch right there. Don't know how I missed that. Wait, okay, I get it. It's a quantum, right, yeah. Okay. It's gone. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the universe is starting to end. If I go here, it's going to be gone, right? Yeah. Observing a quantum object, observing an image of a quantum object. These are the same. Oh. Okay. No, not that. Nope, it's gonna be moved, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. The arch and the crystal do not naturally meet. I don't know what that means. There we go. So I done that was because I just looked at all the walls it could possibly be at. So it was forced to move to the other one. This is the last one, but we made it harder. Oh, wait, is it just... Yeah. I thought there was another bit of text. Oh, okay, okay. I've now seen the wall. Oh, okay. Sure. No. Okay. Nah. If I just walk up the middle, it should be safe enough, right? No. I'm gonna Utah. Okay. That's fine. There we are, and they should stay at like the same place, right? Yeah, okay. You son of a... Okay. We offer congratulations, you've learned the rule of quantum imaging. Take this knowledge with you on the remainder of your quantum pilgrimage. Remember, the other quantum shards have other lessons to teach. Our curiosity goes with you on your journey. You walk in the footsteps of those who have came before you, and their path those guides have followed before you. Oh, as a whole. And the universe is about to end soon. So, I don't know. Let's go watch it if we can. It's the interloper right there. Oh no. Yeah, let's read some of this. So, Gabbro's Island. Gabbro's lounging in a hammock near the island shore. Gabbro found a Nomai statue on another island. The statue's eyes started glowing, and Gabbro saw the memories flash before their eyes. Gabbro remembers dying. They saw their memories flash before their eyes, just like the timeless statue. Gabbro and I seem to be the only ones that are aware that we're in a time loop. And Gabbro says there's a strong current beneath the surface of the ocean that prevents anything from sinking below it. Yep. Gabbro sees a bright flash in the eye at the start of every loop. Something must be happening in orbit around Giant's Deep. Yes. This island must be where the Nomai created statues like the one in our observatory. I found a Nomai statue lying on the beach. It looks just like the one in our observatory. I found a Nomai sign for a statue workshop next to a broken door that used to lead inside the island. Some Nomai children debated bypassing the statue's workshop's door and sneaking inside via an alternative, more dangerous route. I can see into a large cave from one of the ruins on top of the island. The bottom of the cave is filled with water. Maybe we go under the island and then back up. Quantum shard. A strange rock shard that wanders when no one is watching. The Nomai determined this shard is the reason objects in this grove behave in a quantum manner. The Nomai hypothesized that this shard is actually a piece of the quantum moon. I don't know what that is. This shard emits the same signal as the quantum moon. There's more to explore here. I need to go back to that mad... I don't know where that was, but we need to go back there. Tower of the Quantum Trials. This tower held knowledge of a Nomai needed... This held the knowledge a Nomai needed to make his or her first quantum journey. Wow, that was hard for me to say. Observing a quantum object, observing an image of a quantum object, these are the same. The Nomai called this the rule of quantum imaging. Remember that other quantum shards have other lessons to teach. So, rise back, head to Brittle Hollow. Okay, don't really care about that one too much. So my next one would be the Ocean Depths or the Statue Workshop, I think. I want another loop to happen. I just want to... Watch there's a way to like skip to next loop, just so you can get yourself a little bit more time. Here's a map. Or maybe something from Hollow's Lantern went up against whatever this is and that blew up. Very interesting, very interesting. Auto Scout, see beyond the horizon. Illuminate dark areas. Yes, that's a torch. Detect hazards. Fair enough. Test the environment. Okay. Function fail. Spot a tree, walk towards it, enjoy. I like how there's some like mechanical storytelling in the world. That's kind of cool. Oh, we've kind of... What the hell is that? Is that... What is this? Giant's Deep? It doesn't look like Giant's Deep. It looks like it had nothing around it. This is Bramble. And that is... Ember Twin, Ash Twin, Hearth. That's the unknown over there. Okay. So that one I think is Giant Deep, but that one here I think is the Quantum Moon. There's two there. And then you got the Terra Shard over there. Hmm. Are you not ending, son? I mean, if you're not going to end... Oh, here we are. Boom. There it is. Cool, let's go. Keep forgetting this. Oh, it's not W to launch, it's Shift. Fuck. No, 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 no. No. Oh, yep. Oh, okay. Made it, just about. Ah! Something else broken? I can't get up there. hope that's not important, is it? What's heart? The oxygen tank and upper hull. I can't deal with that because those are above me, and well, just we're in a gravity well, aren't we? Oh, that's a puzzle. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sure. That's fine. I don't want to be able to. Lost him matched. Okay. Okay. Probe tracking module. Oh. Control module. Launch module. Don't quite know what the point of that was. Don't quite know what the point of this whole building is. Ooh. Oh. Ugh. Oh. We've got a little bit of gravity. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says that there is a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no, they aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on an indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears India may feel responsible. I wonder what hit this then? Launch module projection stone. That's the one in Trippy Pitson. Yeah. Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Although the thought of concluding our elder's curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. Cassava tells me that he and the construction yard queue have determined a power setting that we are not under any circumstances to go above. I see, and I am right to think that consequently we'll be ignoring that setting. I can say with nearly 100% certainty, our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. Having the orbital probe cannon, all the power can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as far as it can. As far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. As fast as it can? Yeah, as fast as it can, as far as it can. Don't know why I was a trouble to read. Let's let's trip out for a bit, shall we? Oh, projection stone. So we're in Giant's Deep. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I don't get the point in it, but still interesting. Where did this take us? This looks to be the same room. That's where we are. I don't know where that is. Something is feeding this energy. Okay. Wait, that was doing something. This was doing something. Or was I losing it? I thought, yeah, absolutely. 7 minutes, 10 seconds ago, request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. Cannot align with randomly selected probe trajectory. Field gravity activated. So it's just this building. Oh. And it shot a thing. Oh, that's what we saw at the beginning. It shot it and then shattered. Got it. Cool. Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon. Launch request received. Probe launch successful. Here's the weird thing though. Hold on, let me just get OBS. I didn't realize OBS wasn't up. Whoops. Here's the weird thing though, right? The Nomai done this. We just woke up and it broke. Which means the Nomai were still alive yesterday, essentially. The Nomai were still alive yesterday. And then they all died today, like when we woke up. Otherwise, how could they have launched this? And how could it have like done just what we just saw there? Probe launch successful. Probe tracking module receiving data from the probe. Warning, orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected, and that's what shattered it. We're learning a lot here. This is us now. Probe cannon damage report. Severe structural stress. Assessing damage to modules. Intact. Control module intact, no structural damage. Launch module. Viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum of space. That's fine. Probe tracking module missing. Oh, that helps us swap instead of just jumping up and down. Okay. So this is the launch module, projection stone. I don't know where we are though. Where are we? Oh, wait. Where are we in relation to here now? We need to get here, I think. Okay. Great, no. I almost had it. And we go. where's this the launch module here? No, I think the launch module is this one. Yes, it is. That's where we need to go. Somehow. Back to the ship, I guess. Unless I'm... No. Wait, no, I can just leave through one of them. One of them has a gap. This one. Yeah, let's go this way. Ah. Up. I keep pressing space. Space is not up. Okay. No, we're not going there. We just came from. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, hello. This is fine by me. Is there any way to get more fuel? Just like that. Okay, sure. How's the sun doing? Can't see from here, that's fine. I don't think it's that one. That island just flew away. That one there, okay. Ah. It's gonna be so hard to get into that. Actually, you know what? Let's go this way. I never asked for this. Everything's so moving, everything's moving so much in this, this planet, and everything orbiting it is just so on the move. Right, okay, let's go down underneath this then. We can try and get in that crack next loop. But now that I'm planet bound, because I've lost my ship in space, then we'll just explore here. outside. Cool. No, I'm not making that. Okay. There's a Nomi statue in there. Oh, there's Nomi statues here as well, with corpses. A tornado bunker. That's probably the one that awoken him. Philux, Yarrow, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever's in closest proximity. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them, the memories, to the Ash Twin project. This is extraordinary sculpting work. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test our memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomi's memories to his or her own storage unit within Ash Twin. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomi. I feel like that made me understand less than I already did. So Nomi sends memories to statue, statue sends memories to project, project sends memories back to Nomi, I think. They've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin project flocks. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. Is it comforting to know that statues will not pair until the project succeeds? Otherwise, I imagine the experience will be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds, as a safety measure. However, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin project, the statues and the masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Yeah, I want to astrally project to the Twin project, Ash Twin project. It's exactly the same as the last Ash Twin project one. I'm in a void room. Okay, I'm not so happy about this. I'm going to try and leave. Thank you. Whoa, whoa, something just happened there to my frames. Also, how do you get over there? And also, this isn't where I expected to be. Oh wait, that's actually there. It's got his eyes open. Huh, must have missed that. Goodbye, my ship. So I think I've solved this planet, but I won't know until next loop, because I won't know until I get back into my ship. See the planet that flew away? See the island that flew away? Was that the island that was part of... that's where Gabros was, because that's why the gravity was all funky. I swear I read this. Yeah, I have. Cool. And that's I need to get there next, which I think is only doable during a cyclone. I thought I saw it. Oh hello, is that a cyclone? I mean, it is a cyclone, but is that coming to us? What is? Yeah. It's cool, there's plants that chilling there. Oh, out my face. Oh. Fucking nailed it. I can move scrolls. I don't know why I'd want to do that. I'm curious, is sending a brief memories back in time as the same as sending the being back in time? As an example, if we were to send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? Not my physical body, but my essence. I imagine they're two different actions. Wouldn't both actions be effectively the same though? Suppose that time was being rewritten. I believe that this is different than receiving memories from what is effectively the future. But isn't the end result identical in either case? There's going to be a way into the centre of the planet, but I don't know. I also don't think I've gone to the South Pole of the planet yet. North Pole is where the quantum trials were, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah. I'll just close my ship now. I don't mind time looping. I don't mind dying here to time loop. I'm just interested in what's the South Pole. It seems to be where all the smaller cyclones are. So there's really nothing here. Okay. Huh. Probe launcher just went by me on the camera. Is that camera falling back? Oh. There it is. Alright. Excellent. This is very interesting. Some iced tea. I'm going to attempt to get in the side of that launcher, and if I don't, then I'm going to end the stream. If I do, we'll explore it, then we'll end the stream. Yeah, you can't bring a ship in there, you have to... Oh, yeah, that's fair. This is going to be a pain. Oh. No, I had it. No, I had it. I just pressed one wrong button. Okay. Oh, I'm dead. After... No. I forgot about my damn suit. It doesn't count. We're doing it again. I can probably match my velocity to the tower, whatever, and then get out. I think that might be possible. And we're in. Okay. And there's gravity, cool. Mallow, imagine, Privet, that the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. You'll be the first to ever see them. I'm honoured and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Right not, my nervous friend. We only need it to fire the probe once, anyway. So who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind, because we won't be capable of receiving the probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Oh. That's where we are. Isn't it? Okay. Okay. I spent all that effort to get into here when it just said, I hope it doesn't break. I already knew that. Unless this is something. Oh, it is. Okay. Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components soon, relatively speaking. We know that. Okay, we know that's right. Yeah. Control module, projection stone, probe tracking, control module. I have currently no idea where we are. No. Flying onto the planet. And that's my ships on the planet, which is possible. It looks like it might be. My issue with this planet is that it has an obscene amount of gravity. Though this is a new island. Is this where part of the is where part of the thing crashed? I don't think so. Maybe though. Okay, there we are. Control module, projection stone. That's fine. Bad news. Avens. Bad news. It says there's a problem with the proposed power source that the orbital probe cannon will be asked to fire. We already know this. Wait, okay, I know where I am now. I was in one of the projections. Yes, 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 yes. 6 minutes and 26 seconds ago, a long-range probe cannon, probe successfully launched from the orbital cannon. This was the base where they constructed the cannon in. Brittle hollow projection stone. That looks like a cyclone. I need to hurry this up. Connie, Daz, and I were lifting the orbital probe cannon components into orbit from our assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Connie, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Cassava convinced me not to try and recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of the Giant's Deep here at Brittle's Hollow's Southern Observatory. It reveals how an object might sink into the below current. Connie, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. The trailhead starts at Brittle Hollow's equator. Very interesting indeed. A downward cyclone. This is it. We've finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Got my friends here at the construction yard. This is the construction yard, okay. My gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where other attempts may have not. Are you doing gelatinous, honest love? I am delighted by your words, but they are atypical for you. If I am ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. If I know my brother Avens and his spouse want to launch probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. So they did. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. Oh, I thought there was 2 scrolls. Whoops. There's a cheeky wee suspension of the cannon there. 2 cyclone holders. And a gravity well. Very interesting. So, Brittle Hollow explains that there's one cyclone that points downwards that will push you below the current. I think it's pretty cool. So, if I can go and somehow see Big Man Gabbro, Big Medvede, Joyfriend, Gabbro, sorry, then I can maybe tell them that. that isn't going to pick me up, is it? It's too strong for me to get even close to. What is that over there? Is that an island? I think that's the island I came from, maybe. I am not moving. Yeah, it's the island I came from. Okay. Unless it isn't. I think it is, though. Yeah, it is. Okay. No, I'm gonna go this way. There's more island. There's another. That's Statue Island. Yeah, look how fast everything moves on this planet, though. And Gabbro might be, like, you know, in space by now. I like the red lightning. Pretty sick. So I don't really know what the point of that. So there's two modules. One's broken. One is fully functional, and the other one is missing entirely. And I don't really know what the missing entirely one is. And the blue thing that breaks off of it is the thing that's going to search for the eye of the universe. Also, I just can't get close to that cyclone. The cyclone is the one that's going in the opposite direction, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the cyclone is not going the same direction as the rest of them. I can't get close to it either. Notice how they go, these ones go kinda, all of them go anti-clockwise, besides this one, it goes clockwise. Yeah. There we go. Ah, I fell short that one. I was thinking somehow guide. I knew something at the South Pole. I was thinking somehow guide myself into the Anti-clockwise one. The clockwise one. That was this one. I wasn't even close. Yeah, it's not really doing much. Okay. I guess we're just waiting here until it resets us. And then we're gonna end the stream there. Okay. I won't read the space logs because it'll be good to recap. We may log back in hopefully tomorrow, but who knows. Anyway. In fact, you know what? Let's go talk to Gabriel right now. Also up here. I don't think I can make. And space shooting, yes, time loop. I found something. That's what you find. I reached the inside of Statue Island. So the Nomai creature created this head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see the Nomai doing that. Not sure what for, but it seems like their sort of thing. I think the statues are recording our memories then. Because I remember that one on the beach looked at me funny. That must be my memory friend. I found something. I found what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Whoa, the cannon's breaking apart at the start of each time loop for real. Did you figure that? How did you figure that out? Too much power. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised that the Nomai built something that actually broke. Come to think of it, though broke might be the wrong words because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each loop. Can I then say over enthusiasm? Yeah, no, okay. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get up there, if there's anything up there. Nope, there's nothing up here. Okay. Let's hunt down, right, so since we're here. Hmm. Interesting. It's not tentacles, it's like trees almost, or like coral. The reactor's not looking so hot here. It's held together by the jellyfish, but some of these jellyfish are not that close. Like, so if I go into this one, will I get damaged? Yeah. Okay, there's actually a lot of room between the current and the core. Oh, like we're only flying half a ship here, buddy. Interesting though. Nonetheless. Interesting how I can get below the current but not into the core. Anyway, I'm going to take a suit off just so that it ends the game for now. And then we're going to end it there. Hold on, let's just watch this then. Hope you all have a good day, good night, good evening. This was really fun. Hope to play this again sometime soon. Hopefully with better quality streaming and not being all jittery and whatnot. Yeah, have a good